Welcome back to the channel. I am NutRaisin. We shall be playing more PLO, PLO 20, in this case PLO 25 and Natural 8. So let's. Looks alright. Up some more tables. Waiting on some tables on Run It Once. In the meanwhile, we'll make do with Natural 8. Also gonna play the $5 buy-in tournament on Natural 8. In the not too distant future, I'm gonna start branching out, playing tournaments on other sites. But right now, I don't think I'm gonna stream until, the wee morning hours today. I don't want to play a big tournament on Stars or anything that where I might risk having to play for, hours and hours on end. Kind of like the small field tournaments. I dislike is playing against super short stackers, but be it as it may. Over the top, the money's gone in. Alright. We had a pretty entertaining session the first time around. The home games were fun. We cashed in one of the two tournaments we played, one of the two $11 tournaments that are part of the package I selection for, yada yada. And the cash games, I felt I played pretty well all in all. Didn't get rewarded at all. I lost a huge $150 pot with aces, flopped the top set as well against a king for deuce who made a wheel on the turn. What can you do? I should stop reminding myself of that story. Not sure what's happening here, but it's taken ages. Who flopped that color? Ain't a lot. Just leave it be against the shorty. It'd be a little bit interesting to play this hand against somebody else, or deeper stack, a larger stack, I mean. Or heads up action, yay. Alright, let's table start then. Right, and there's big news on Run It Once. Excavation Mode Legends will give you a link. The bot will also post it automatically every 10 minutes or something to the upcoming changes, which in short consist of Flash the Pot being reduced from normally 51% to now 30%, but the new points-based reward system is gonna be implemented, giving an additional up to 45% or even more, rake back even more in some cases. And looks mighty fine. I think it's the best of both worlds, and I think people are gonna like it, and I'm looking very much forward to how next week is gonna play out, because that's the other exciting thing. It's gonna be implemented on Monday right away. Okay, gut shot. The flush ones, take one off. Nope. If you can find a table that's not heads up, not my forte. Wait. Yeah, I mean, it's still fine. Maybe shouldn't pre-select actions in heads-up matches. Gives off the wrong impression entirely. Ooh, run at once kicking off. Nice. PLO 20 on run at once too. Wait. Let's play some PLO 20 then. Okay. Top 2 doesn't sound too bad in a heads-up scenario. Queen, meh. I'm kind of curious what kind of hands he's showing up with here. The queen and hearts in the end, okay. Blind versus blind over here. We're gonna call. Also some nice bluffing spots. Turns out we don't need to bluff anymore. Okay. And honestly, I mean, it's easy to say it afterwards, but that was the main reason why I only called. I figured the small blind doesn't show up with too many straights here. Maybe the wheel, but not too many higher straights, not all that often. But there might be a better set out there. But not off to a great start. Here, gutter, backdoor flush. See your turn. Any potential there? Not quite living up to it. That turn. Over here versus the button, I think this is fine to call. Ah, we had the ace of clubs. Ah, damn it. With the ace of clubs, I wouldn't have minded a call. Oh well. A nice 3BB splash. I believe we have the hours of the drizzle hours or whatever they're called, where the splash pad frequency has been doubled, but most splashes, or if not all splashes, are only between 1 and 5 BB. But you see a splash almost every hand. I think that's the case. Yep. Even the follow around, probably a good one to just drop. Haven't checked out hands like these all that often. Let's do check it out. I mean, I am gonna fold it, but let's see. In the meantime, some pretty decent single suited aces. The queen and a 9 on the side. And if unopened, the queen queen 10-3 in fact does get opened if the other guy folds. Oh, take it down. We block the nuts. Alright. No joy, no joy. Backdoor flush draw and a gut shot. Actually, a double gut shot. Pretty quickly. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Ooh. Hey, that's nice. Oh, you're almost all in anyway. In that case, just put you all in ourselves. Prospect he agrees to, and he's drawing very thin. Needs to make 2 pair in the turn to have a shot at taking this down. Guess a backdoor flush draw also an option. That's not a bad one. Gives them an 8, any heart. First one goes to us, and the second one is 100% for us on the turn right away. Stuff. Okay, then good too. Yeah, let's actually do something we rarely do. And Pepper Power Limp behind. Hmm. Intriguing. Everybody's checking pretty quickly. Alright. Let's do this. Over here, turn top and middle pair. If you hold the king, blocking the nuts. A dominacy is not a bet. Okay. Raising, betting now also doesn't make much sense. The ace-jack is never going to fold. Everything else we pretty much beat, except for a set, which is also not going to fold. Meaning that we only call on turn. Yes, the ace-jack. Good instincts. I should put them to use better, in a better capacity. Damn it. Again, checks those twice. More often than not, we take it down with a bet, I believe. Or we get raised every once in a while. Gentlemen, making me eat my words right away. Ugh. Work. Check the turn, because if he has a king, he's gonna bet. If he doesn't have a king, he's gonna fold pretty much always. I thought it was our best shot of getting more money into that part. Look at that. Player number 4 entered the game. Awesome. Maybe we get some more PLO 20 tables on RIO. Later tonight would be sweet. That's pretty nice. Rigarn! Hey! Welcome back to the channel, mate. I'm doing mighty fine. Thanks for asking. Hope the same is true for you. Yeah, hope you're doing alright as well and you're having a good start into the weekend. Alright. I think after he called on the flop, maybe I can just check it on the turn, especially on a turn like this. Only thing that's not great, regarding is how this day has been going. So far I'm getting clobbered on the cash games. Right now I'm not saying I played spectacularly well. This afternoon, however, I played it completely fine and still had to eat, like, what, 5 buy-ins in losses in the end? Flush draw as well. Trail Galfond coming over with a party of 161 peeps. Woo! Just a moment ago it was pretty empty in here and pretty mellow. I don't think it will be for much longer. Welcome over, everybody. My name is NutRaisin. I stream and play PLO in the micro stakes pretty much full time. Good question. Well, I guess we have the nut straight. Awesome! Thank you very much, Phil, for bringing all of your friends over. Appreciate it. And I'm trying to add more round ones tables to the screen as well. I mean, as far as the nuts are concerned, we have the best hand unless there is a flush involved. We have the clubs. I would just call it, hope it's a bluff. What's the ace-high bluff? No! It's the aces in clubs with more clubs. Too bad. Don't think I'm gonna feel too bad about this one. Marcus GG Poker. I wish I was playing only on run once. However, with the new Legends reward system coming up on Monday, I think there's a decent chance that this channel might once again turn into mainly a run once channel, which is how it started and how it should be. Yeah, I was watching the stream earlier myself, and I really am digging the new reward system. I think it's great. I think people are gonna like it. It's gonna be great for the site. Very excited about the next 2 weeks. See how it's gonna shake out. Ty on Tilt. Bromiliad, hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Good to see you. In that case, we just let it be. As well check up on it. Have a little bit of an educational element to the stream. Let's see. Versus under the gun with the ace king 10-3. That's fine. To be a very connected hand, ace king queen jack, ace queen 10-9, 10-8 to be played. Versus under the gun open. Single suited, double suited, and entirely different beast. Actually, let's check up on that, but I would assume double suited. This is just a straight up raise. A little bit better. It needs to be a little bit better. 10-4, 10-5 would get raise folded. At least in Solverland. In about 3 minutes, a small tournament is going to come up, a $5 buy-in tournament on GG. Also PLO, of course. It costs all we do. I feel robbed if I have to play with only 2 cards. Right, hang on. Some more money in here. Got her 2 backdoor flushes. No real point in betting, but also very interested in seeing a turn. Jesus, really. Going for the pot here. Alright. This gentleman acting behind us. Can't really see how I can call here. Now this is pretty sweet. At least I hope so. We squeezed and flopped top and bottom. A little bit of a blocker to draws with the jack and the backdoor flush draw ourselves. Alright. Be the king 9. Called it too. Alright. Well, down here, letting this one go. Hey, that's a good one for us. Really nice one too. So we're at the very least splitting this one. Fair enough. $600 BB pot. Yeah, something like that. It really sucked. I've still hung up a little bit on it too. That was brutal, yeah. It was a $150 pot, I believe, in the end. And we had aces. Oh, more PLO action on RIO. Hang on. Wait, move out of the way. It doesn't have it. Sure, half, and I'm throwing away the second nuts there. Alright. Let me ditch some GG tables then. That one. Yeah, so we played a $150 pot a little bit earlier. Haven't made a clip out of it yet. Where we had a straddler or two straddlers. And I think we got to 3 or 4 bet, pre-flop 3 bet I believe, to like 14 something, and somebody else who called our initial raise flatted, and he had king 4 deuce. Okay. And this one goes as well, triple suited. Yeah, and we flopped the aces, he made a wheel, and yeah, sad face from then on. Not gonna draw out a bad beat story. Nobody wants to hear bad beat stories, do they? Alright, but we got some run and runs action kicking off. Like it. Take a flop. Swing and a miss. Over here, however, you're a nice starting hand. The aces and the queens looking mighty fine. Three ways here. Alright. With the heart, maybe I can bet. The first PLO 20 table on run once is full. That's awesome. Well, we got the flush runner on top. Ain't getting away from this one. That's pretty much the single burst. Damn it, you were this short. Then I could have gone all in on a turn. On this side we can run it multiple times. Would have been worth it. And now, of course, we're not folding. And you have... Wait, no, you made... Okay. Okay. Make the straight there in the end, huh? And I guess he had a pair of 9s. Why not lead that? Besides the obvious mistakes I'm making here and there, the dealer has not been kind to us today. Needs to be said. I'll try my best and overcome. Ooh, more PLO action on Runner Runs. Awesome! This table then. That's one of the better flops we've seen in a while. It's safe to say. Down. Okay. Oh, we have three ways. Yeah, never mind. Definitely checking. And meanwhile, we got kings over here in the big blind at PLO 10. Which is not quite a pot-size raise, which is always weirding me out a little bit. Maybe that's the purpose behind it. If so, then it works. Stop the overpair, the flush draw. No blockers that are worth mentioning. Okay. Okay. I heard the noise. Herr Tund! In case that is supposed to be pronounced in a German manner. Thank you very much for the follow. Cheers. Alright. Lead fold this. Over here, looks like we drew out on the aces on the flop, at least so far. On it twice. Sure. I'm a knitted heart, what can I say? First one is ours. The flush took it down. We did not get called, I believe. And wait, how did? Oh wow! Didn't we get lucky there in the end? Jeebus. Nice. Over here, I'm just letting it go. I'm a rubbish heads-up player. Not that much better short-handed, but I think I hold my own. Heads-up, not so much. Which by extension applies to the blind versus blind spots. Oh, I can see the new Nightbot thingy not working for Legends promo. Hang on, I'll fix that in a moment. In the meantime, flopping top 2. Sounds okay-ish, especially if you take it down right away. Then it sounds pretty sweet. Indeed. Alright, also sounds pretty sweet. It raised here, no big deal. And what do you flop? Flop pair, a gutter, backdoor flush draw. Would like to see a turn. Alrighty. So let's. By the way, real quick, in the tournament here, we're all in. These pre-flop, being a little bit short, are up against kings, so definitely need to make 2 pair. That's not helping. We need to jack and a jack only. Not helping either. Okay. For a given value of okay. letting it be. Yeah, in case you're new to the channel, this is what I do pretty much every day. Playing PLO 20 full-time, streaming full-time. I'm here on Twitch. Something between 5 and 7 days a week. These days I try to keep it to 5 and actually take some breaks. 60 bucks in the middle. Oh, sure, you fold? Yeah. Do want to see a turn. A flop. Ideally, flop like this. I'm gonna lead here for a change. Not always going for the check raise there. Things that make you go, Alright. So I think I'm gonna call down if he didn't bet the flop. Didn't bet the turn. Or didn't raise the turn, I should say. And I'm probably not gonna fold. So we just snap call. Excuse me. Nice job, you got the absolute max. Well, that's not gonna help the results of today. That might. Aces against kings, I believe, if I'm seeing that correctly. Or looking pretty fine for us. Oh. Ooh. Need help. That ain't doing it. Alright. I think that is short, let's put it in. Like we're ahead. Looks like a set, yep. Sure. It makes you happy, my friend. First one is his, second one is ours. Third one is ours as well. Take 2/3 of it. Okay, we have some decent connectivity. This gentleman seems to be rather aggressive. Okay, how about a 9? A 9 of diamonds, nope. Okay. Doesn't work like that, huh? Rufus, depending on your volume, in euros, I guess you could, like excluding rakeback, up to 2,000, but that's one of, that's like a month where you're crushing it and running well. On the whole, on average, I'd say a little more than 1k in euros, like 1.2, 1.3 for most normal months. That plus rakeback, I think, is achievable. Yeah, that's at least what it comes down to with me, for the most part. This month is going to be a lot leaner for me since I haven't had much time to play since I took a vacation. But generally speaking, I tend to be more than 50 binds in profit in a month. And add to that all the rakeback. Which as a streamer is doubly nice, I have to admit. Damn it. I didn't mean to click that button, I apologize. No help, huh? But that's if you play full-time, of course. If you put in a lot of hours, and say on average I play somewhere north of 50,000 hands a month. For most months. Okay. Wow, that's gonna be a long-ass hand. Judging by the fact that this guy is timing out as well, I think these are the same peeps. Give him color so we recognize it's the same dude. Which he's also sitting here. Good to know. Kings with the queen and a 10 versus a button open, gonna be a race. Down. That's nice. Get 3-bet by holding aces. Well, given the SPR, money's just gonna go in here. It's never the wrong move once the stack to pot ratio is so small. Perfect. Guess he didn't have kings then. Well, we don't have kings, but we have a king and 2 more on the board. Decent start. Not a single spade in our hand, however. Something to note. Wow. He's all in. He has the flush draw. Alright. Yep, running it multiple times sounds good to me. And that would be the full house for us, taking it down. If he has a king, if he doesn't have a king, we're not gonna get much more out of this one. If he does, money might go in right away. Oh, actually, we were running it twice here. Well, doesn't matter, make quads on the second try. Down here, also an interesting one. Table 1, I took it down with the 9s full of kings. It is pretty decent, I agree. Especially, you know, my monthly costs of living are pretty low, so I'm happy. I wouldn't mind moving up to PLO 50 for good. We go 2 for 2, is that right? Yeah, I think so. Even though a small pot, I still appreciate the money going our way. And so it does. You know, this is a little bit too adventurous. Plenty of hands we can open on the button. Not sure if this one needs to be in there. Let me double check, but I'd assume this one doesn't get played normally. King, queen, 8-5, triple on the button. I don't do min raises or non-pot size raises, sir. Well, a board like this, having 3-bet, never not c-betting. Could get the 10 for the royal. Been a while since we had a royal. We could just take it down. It's actually correct. The queen, king queen 8-6, not ideally single suited or triple suited, would be open fold, also would be a raised fold. Whereas the hand we had, specifically the king queen 8-5, I believe, triple suited, wow, would just be a fold pre-flop. And here the reason for my wow, we can't make royal flushes yet apparently. We can make quads, however. Very good. It's gonna be tough to make this one into a big pot. As soon as we call here. This the turn is amazing. Pick us up. We also blocked the nut flush. I'd be surprised if another bet goes in from his end. But if I lead here, we're pretty much always folding him out. Whereas over here, I kind of like the turn. We do get that call. That's awesome. Pretty sweet. Oh. Oh, well, I have hardly any money left. That makes it an easy decision there. We know how to fill up today, don't we? It's all the jacks in the world. That's nice. In the meanwhile, here in the splash pot, I start by limping the button, something I don't do unless it's a splash pot. Isn't it getting us into a nice spot? We're starting to Shazam it up a little bit. That 5. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just going with this one. I love that we're not getting snapped off. Alright, also love that we're taking down. Shazam! Wait. ARC Neckar! Or Arc Neckar. Always forget which one. Next PLO 50 shot, I'm not entirely sure. I was hoping, and I still am, that it's gonna be before the year is out. But since my mini vacation turned into a little bit of a longer vacation this month, I'm missing a lot of play. And so it might take longer, but I'm hoping it's before the year's out. Hey, that's nice. Ryan coming over the top. So soon as possible. And so damn nines like us today. Take it down. Yeah, go for a race right away. It's stupid. What's he gonna call it? Yeah, never mind. There were no draws, nothing at all. There ever is a spot to slow play it. Pretty decent one for it. The beauty about being back to PLO 50, besides the obvious reasons, playing for more money, potentially making more money, would be that there's almost always a PLO 50 game happening on Run It Once. Matter of fact, right now there are 42 entries at PLO 50. So they wouldn't have to resort to third-party sites. See if you can take it away with a buff. Why not? That's the answer right there. Ah, curious. So we called with the flush round, the flop closing the action. Guess we just call down. He doesn't have something that beats us. Turns out, wait, what? Okay, yeah, never mind. I was celebrated prematurely there. More race is coming up. Hey, that's awesome. You go, sir, you go. Because we're shoving basically almost any flop. I think that the stack to pot ratio will be a little bit higher than 1, not much more than. I could fold and we'll take all the money that's out there, that's fine too. Well, certainly pushing all in quite happily on this flop. Okay, so I lied, the SPR is 1.5, which isn't a huge difference in this case. Same difference, basically. So we're taking this one down with no resistance, I like it. This one down as well. Came over the top here. Okay. It's a hefty bet. Also the lady that folded her raising hands to 3 bets earlier. And judging by the dynamic at our avatar, pretty tight. Easy to let go. It's all in, huh? Oh, there's a bunch of draws, we're not blocking that much. See ace queen, we have some outs. It's queens, well that's a little bit nastier. Tough to draw than queens. Two outs, 5%. Joy. Okay. 9, not a terribly happy card. Did have it though. Pretty decent as far as turns are concerned. Hmm. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Ah, you know what? On the button, this could have been a race. Could have been a big deal at all. Duh. Oh, now that's shiny. Ace is king 6. Nicely double suited. A good start. Gets the very tight player, probably gonna see a lot of folds. Yep, so it is. There's where it fades. Alright. Don't mind if you do. Deep, nope. I think we just try to go for broke right away without a heart. Makes it much easier to play on turns where we can go all in on a non-hard turn. Wait, what happened here? What did happen here? It was limped and I raised or something? Yeah, I think that was it. In that case, let's start off by checking. Well, that's 3 ways to make a full house now. Might need, seeing that we don't have a single club. Yep. No, thank you. I'd rather not rabbit hunt. Yeah, we flopped the flush. Good start. Damn it, that noise scared me. Peter Peterson, 99. Thank you very much for following. Cheers. Take it down. Get a call. Flop, alright. Actually check this. It's not a board I like all that often when I raise from the small blind here. Okay. Awesome. Not... No club. And we still have the unadulterated nuts over there. Well, that's very nice. Have a raise and a 3-bet in front with single suited aces with a 3 and a 5 on the side. Get to put almost half of our stack in pre. I like it. I like where this is going. At least so far. Might change my mind in a moment. Meh. Easy peasy all in. Hey, and quick fold, that's nice. So we opened this one in the cutoff, which is fine. Put our blocker to use, ideally at least. Yes, sir. Nope, hell no. Alright, no takers on a turn. Should be the best hand, right? The king 10. Maybe not. Okay. Turns out we have a pair and a wrap on the turn, and now the nuts. Gonna size down, this guy seems to be hard to get money out of. Most. Case in point. Well, sports go for kings. Not a bad one. Not a bad turn. Hope. Take it down with the kings. Well, that fills us up. The nicotine man? No, Nicosi man. Oh, never mind. No clue what a Nicosi is, so ignore what I just said. Fair enough. In a splash pot, where all we needed to do was to check. We turn a flush draw at least. Alright, let's give this a shot, why not? Everybody has been so foldy. Let's hope they can keep it up. Guess maybe aside from trying to think aside from a bluffing hand what I would show up with here. Some queens, I guess, although probably would have bet those on the turn. No, I wouldn't. Not first deck. So some queens and some kings as well, I guess. Also nines, eights, maybe. Nah, maybe not those. A jack, ace jack, king jack. Denied. Down here we're good against the queens. Good stuff. And flop the top and the bottom pair in a limped pot. Or a blind versus blind spot, I should say, where we just completed. He calls this time around. Okay. Well, it's not kings, it's not the ace king. Now it's the backdoor flush. Check's very happy with that. Don't want to see the king and the queen jack. Cool. What did he have then? I'd say something something and the diamonds. Is queen 3 deuce? No diamond draw, alright. Wait. Oh yeah, that's fine if this guy calls. Probably alright. With the top pair blocked and second nut flush draw. Quite happy to put more money in here. Not the greatest sizing, because I don't get how he can just call. He should come over the top. What's the use and the point in leaving 253 behind? Unless he really wants to eat the other guy in there if he flop like some sort of monster. Going for it. You got sixes? No? Like that, eh? What do you need? You need an ace, I think? That's about it. Yeah. Run it twice. Yeah, sure. I'm in it too, my friend. That's alright. I think... Oh, that works for him as well. I think he took... No, he didn't take down the second one. Never mind, because it's not the jacks. We have the kings. We have the overpair. All is well. Take 2 for 2 there. Right on. Phew. That's a pretty sweet starting hand. King, queen, 10-9. Double suited. Not perfectly double suited, but we'll take it as is. What we do with it is take it down. Jesus. Okay. Round one's table down to heads up. I'm usually not down to heads up anyway, but on this table it doesn't really make any sense. Because John, so very tight. GG. Turn the king. Which is good enough, turns out. Good stuff. Trying to get some money in here. I mean, we don't have a single diamond. We don't block the straight draws a lot. Tiny bit with the 3. Alright, alright. I was really hoping one out of those 3 guys has some potential here and wants to call. Gonna be an open fold. Better than expected. Down 2. Alright, 2 pair at last. Might be good enough. Looks like it will be. Wait. So I'll try to reset on run runs, try to get more PLO 10, PLO 20 games started. 50 entries at PLO 50 now. I really can't wait for next week for the Legends program to kick off. I hope, I think there's going to be enough advertisement on Twitter and Reddit and stuff, so people will know about it. I can't wait to see what it's going to do for the games. Against the small blind. Oh, never mind, we have 3 ways anyway, then I'm betting here ever. But against small blind I wouldn't have anyway. Against the big blind I do bet here with a reasonable frequency. Well, maybe an unreasonable frequency. I feel on the whole I am over c-betting a little bit. Generally speaking. On the other hand, it works often enough against the big blind. Against the small blind, not so much. Show up with way more aces. Or high cards in general. Also don't see much that calls us now, given how the hand was played. If you bet, I have a feeling we have the best hand. Jacks and queens we block. Queens would be prime candidate. Jacks, maybe. Let's give it a shot. Maybe jacks are out there and do want to call. Be fun. Yeah, that's really about it. Okay. Here, button versus blind. Certainly calling this senior flop in position. Sounds good to me. We flop. What did we flop? Nothing right now. Last round, backdoor straight draws. Decent. Also, this is pretty decent. Gets checked around. Nice to have the jack. Nice to have the king of clubs here. Stuff. Likes that king, apparently. Alright. How do you like it now? Get down with a set of 9s on table 3. Oh, get down here as well. And this has to be the best elevator music I've heard all day. I'm just 5 followers shy of 1,300 followers. That is beyond insane, given that I started streaming in February. Jeebus. Nice. And just a hair's breadth under 50k views for the channel as well. That's insane, man. Proper insane. Well, at the beginning of the stream, flops weren't so nice to us. It was also true for the first stream of the day. Right now, I'm not gonna do too much complaining. Unless I get raised here. The overpair, a little bit of a blocker with the 9, backdoor hearts. Okay. Three ways, just a 9 blocker seems a bit thin. So far, not good anymore against a rivered set of 10s. Button. Okay, the small blind. This shouldn't. Probably not a call. It's 5-5-3. Nah. If he opens. Oh, excuse me. If he opens, it's gonna be a raise fold. Okay. Okay. Definitely enjoy that turn. I guess the motto now is let's not get raised. Okay, that has to be good, right? Whew. Good stuff. This guy, high VP player, so he's not going to fold a lot. We're just going to complete here. Up and open ender there. Let's get back to that in a moment. Indeed does have aces. Probably not his favorite board to see bet on. Side cards. Not a fun turn. It's a pity because we had the double gutter, top pair, backdoor flush. We still do, but 2 pair outs are now out. Although most of them are dicey anyway. 10 or jack doesn't necessarily give us best hand. A decent price, but we don't have hearts either. Well, will let it be. I mean, it's a big pot. Yeah, but this is probably too good of a price. Alright. Got what we wished. Tough to get money out of him. Fair enough. What's happening? Okay, grudgingly. Check. Development over here. So flop and check check. Went check through really quickly. We have 2 pair and a flush draw. Second nuts now for us. That I can deal with. Here I got my witch. It did occur to me on the turn that calling again for a smaller sizing, otherwise I wouldn't have called down. But this is not the greatest turn to keep calling. You block King Jack at least. I think we go for the bet fold. If we get raised here, it's not gonna be a bluff. It's gonna be something that beats us. Like 6 fold, I'm not gonna raise. King 6, not gonna raise. This would be beautiful for him if he indeed, yeah, okay. Indeed has it. I think is what he's trying to tell us. With this guy sitting out is making us effectively the cutoff. Too tight bunch here, sure. If we can steal it. 13%, 12% VPIP. She does a pretty sucky table. Let's find a better one. Alright. Oh, nice. Here, now we have the overpair, the flush draw, three ways, three spades blocking our outs. Just gonna let it go. Not blocking you straight either. One guy left to act behind us. As far as single suited aces go, these are pretty decent. With the 10 and 8 on the side and diamonds. Hmm. The open ender on top, that part is definitely fine. Okay, check calling. Right, bet folding, also a pretty decent option on the whole. That'll do it for us, very nice. Came over the top. It's just not the kind of board I'm not c-betting on. Probably get a, yeah, betting really small here is fine. And now I'm hating life a little bit, but it's gonna go in. Against 2 pair. I don't know, run it twice maybe? That was apparently a good turn. It was a good turn, wow. 40, 60. Behind. Don't take the insurance, man. It's robbery. Daytime robbery. No joy. Can't argue with success. Even though I'd like to in this case. Intriguing turn. Clearing us up, giving us the nut flush draw on top of the gutter we already have. Joy. No real point in betting here, he just has every incentive to call. We do take it down with a pair of 8s. Unexpected, but welcome. Oh, there's something happening over here. They're going all out. Blocking anything? Doesn't matter. 9s, okay, with a blocker to straight, and you got the what now? Go for the open fold. It's a relatively tight table. Really? That's gonna take forever. Watch something else in the meantime. Alright, a pair back to flush draw gutter. Okay. He bets into 5, into 4 peeps. So I think we'll just let it be. I mean, now... everybody folds and starts to the pot. It's a pretty... Would have preferred a king on ace, to be honest. Flip dice here. Ah, I'm just seeing how much money I have left behind, so we're not gonna get away from this. In with the wheel. Wouldn't be surprised if we're dead. No, we don't. Wait. What's happening? Yeah, he had the 6-eye straight right away. So we're drawing that on a turn. Yeah, the turn. On the other hand, we're doing okay over here right now. It's the wrap, of which we are blocking some outs. The Jack, Jack, 6, 7. It's like all that effort was for naught. We split it up. Some additional money in there, I believe. Probably a bit too optimistic to figure that the 46% VP player is gonna fold here just because there's somebody left hack behind him once we raise. So 6 or 10 for the straight. Obviously doesn't have much money. Okay. Can't be good. And why would you fold a Jack 9 5 5 triple suited in the big blind versus a raise? I don't know. Well done. Best hand, took it out. That's all I can say. Okay, start it looks like. 10 not an out for him anymore. Alright. About this one, I couldn't tell you if this is the way we should be playing it, if we should be raising here, if we should just be completing. Being double suited feels a bit too strong, but meh. Nice future blockers. Flush draw on top. Enough, yep. To be bluffed on the river. more like it. Aces on another table and flop the nuts with a pretty decent redraw over here. Ooh, hang on. The open-ender as well. And here I'm just hating life. I got to 3-4 bet, I believe. This guy behind, just have to let it go. What happened here? What did happen here? The gentleman folded to our 3-4 bet on the flop. King and hearts, yeah, and he had a top set. So yeah, enough for saving money there. Check this one out. Let's ignore the limper. Just assume we're opening MP. But double, single suited, I'm not opening that. For double suited, be alright. Could try to get it to heads up. No money might not be the worst idea. The stack sizes make it weird. Alright. And the 10-10-6-7 is exactly the cutoff point, is exactly the hand that still gets played. For example, the 10-10-7-5, 6-5 does not get played, does not get opened there in the spot. Alright. Oh wait, let's actually watch the conclusion there. Just gonna check the mind. We're doing bad against a hand like this, not to mention sixes. Have the top pair with the flush draw, makes sense. Top pair with the better flush draw, also makes sense. Yeah, the gap at the top not being suited to the 10, just let this one be. Oh, that's nice. Also okay, where we checked. Get presented with... I guess I got it to the royal. Not to mention the second nuts currently. Down. Stuff. Okay. Now that's a pretty decent flop. Have I got it to the straight flush as well? Meanwhile, up here we make the second nuts. Everybody checks. Like it. And we still take this one down? What the hell? Is that illegal? So my note on this guy is that he's capable of checking a flopped set, even multi-way. Okay, good. Get this one down. Mr. Harrington apparently has to look it up in one of the books he wrote. Took a while, but folded in the end. Goes for the check raise. Gonna call. Really appreciated Kipperi's advice a couple of days ago, where he was saying that spots like these, when people take lines like this, and then going for the check raise on the river, it's pretty often the nut flush blocker. It's what we have here, but even better, we also have the nut flush. Sad face. Okay. Oh, this guy's on our table. He's a pretty loose player, likes to straddle every once in a while, which is why he has the purple color, or whatever that is. Pink, I guess? Pinkish? And might make for some fun spots. Okay. Check, never folding now, just given the amount of checks we've seen so far. Taking down 2. So we are. It's a weird sizing. Is it the Queen Jack? Is it Queens? Not the 10-9, right? That would just be weird. I guess we'll find out. That'll work. I was gonna say, I guess if Sasson calls here, we're gonna call as well, otherwise drop this. No joy. Strange enough, everybody checked around. We do turn a gutter. Really? No takers, huh? Okay. Yeah. Queen is good, my friend. gonna be top pair, gutter. Okay. I find this bet system weird and offensive. Let's raise, see if it does us any good. Apparently. Nothing else happening for us on any other table. Do have a second entry in PLO 20 on RIO, so maybe we get a table going. King, king, queen, 10. We do, against another gun raise, this is just a call. Against most players anyway, there's some maniacs that would raise. Certainly not this guy, not Mr. 16% VPIP. Actually, come to think of it, wait, let me put his notes again. That's pretty sexy. I was gonna say, who probably has the wrong tag here? I think that's sticking out is he 3-bet under the gun open with the 8-7-6-4 single suited, which is why I still have him marked in blue, which is for the players that are a little bit too aggressive for their own good. Bunch of other spots. Got this one going on where we call a bet on the flop, and top set of kings takes it down. Here, very decent suited aces pre. My favorite river. Yes. Yeah, I think we're running with this one. Not doing too bad if this guy should have like any set of his choice. Just get him out. You have a pair, top 2, open-ender, flush over. You're still ahead. Okay, sir. Are you in it like I am? Find out. No. Fair enough. What another 5? Wait, are we ahead now for some reason? Oh, we are! Because... good stuff. Shazamming it up. This one... probably only a call as well. Let's check this one out. Feel like a raise, does it? Blackjack is better. Oh, let's see. That you're all in, sir. Well, aces and kings, wow. I don't care, we can run it once too. Yeah, good call. Maybe not. Up the flush and the gutter. Yeah, good job with the overlapping here. No joy in the end. Fair enough. Let's check out the king king 10-7, I believe it was, right? Let me double check. Yep, that's exactly it. And we were on the... Ooh, a straddler. We were on the button versus a... What? Cutoff open? It means business too, straddling to $2. Might be fun down the road. Alright. It is play a little bit loose. And in the spot, the king 10-7 is just a call. Well, if we weren't behind before, we're still not. A card that offers some bluffing opportunities. But I guess if he checks, we're just gonna check behind. We do have a little bit of showdown value. If he bets, I don't know if I want to raise on a paired board. Historically speaking, hasn't worked out too well for me. Shazam! Here. Ow! He's really sticking to it now. He's straddling $4. I'm definitely thinking what everybody else at the table is thinking, which is, please, Lord, give me a hand, and would you know it? Yeah, on table 1, we took it down with the top pair of queens on the queen 3-3. Oh, ain't that nice? There's a spot where I lost a €150 pot earlier. The first session today, like the guy to our left had kings. It doesn't matter, I'm not gonna bore you with a bad beat story. At least not again. PLO 20 kicking off in Rio. Awesome. Take this one down. Let me know that we mean business when we raise. Not in the habit of showing hands, but why not? Time around. Alright, let's find a spot for PLO 20 on run at once. I just know what table to ditch to. Hey, hello, nuts. Redraw, what do we do? Probably just check. We don't expect a wheel all that often. I don't expect a wheel all that often. That matter. Might be a nice card for him to see bet on. Indeed, what he's doing. Also have to flush draw as backup. Be good stuff all around. Put him in. Eh. It's weird. His stack size makes this weird. In that case, I think we'll just pile it. Tough call, apparently. The attention need is killing me, never mind. Made up his mind. What do you have then, sir? Ooh, he's drawing to not that many outs. Happily. Get around it twice. Yes, sir. First one for us. Don't split it up this time. Please. Nice. Shazam made up for a change. Good stuff. What else do we have going on? We got this one. What happened here pre-flop? I think I just called closing action, yep. And we also got this one. We called sort of a minish race pre-flop. I think. Oh, because this guy went all in. That has to be it. Be good. No, okay, okay, you had it anyway. But the quads, very nice. Make the flush here. Called pretty sizable bet on the turn. I think he bet like 3/4. But the front and the backdoor flush draw. Did want to see a turn. Use the action in case we're behind. Gonna save us some money a lot of the time. This card. Yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised if he shows up with the nut flush draw here. Pretty passive player, high VP, pretty passive. I got this close to folding on the turn. I certainly wish I had. He comes over the top, we're calling it off. He else comes over the top, we'll see what happens. Now, if he comes over the top now, things are a little bit interesting. As in, do we just call? Or do we come over the top trying to shut this guy out? I think I would have gone for the latter, even though it might have resulted in a huge pot. On the top pair with the over pair. And it's over if you get call on the 3 river. Amazing. Queens! Queens are pretty nasty as well. Oh, we take down a small one here. Well, not that small, 12 bucks. Queens, huh? Those are pretty ruddy queens to take to any 3-bet flop though. But it worked out. And checked around all the way. For some reason I didn't bet the turn. Not gonna show up with kings. Gonna show up with a 3 here. If he raises, it's either rivered 4s or flopped quads or air. Let's call. Gonna eat my words. Shows up with aces. What? What? Okay. Oh. I'll take unexpected for 200, John. Jesus. It's a 0% VPIP. Really? In the meantime, reason just call. I doubt it. Also, another missed 0% VPIP, so if he comes over the top and this guy ends up calling, which he probably will, like, assume he comes over the top and... What I'm trying to say is he's gonna have aces a lot. He does. Doesn't come over the top and... Yeah, we just call it that he's really short. Fortunately, he folds it More interestingly down here, I think we do want to see one turn. Ideally, I'd like to see 2 turns too, but you know what I mean. If he bets any reasonable amount, we're out. Yeah, that qualifies as reasonable, unfortunately. Okay. But decent rivers. Have to get paid. Yep. And PLO 20 broke down to heads up. That's a pity. Oh. We flopped the flush in the big blind. Spot too late. Here we have the open ender on a board. Really? Vector diamonds don't block at all. Alright. Takes it down with an overpair of 10s. Need a set of 6s. Okay, fair enough. Turn was excellent for you since it made it the nuts. Had us drawing that anyway. Actually, not drawing that. We could have filled up. Wouldn't have helped against the other guy, but potato, potato. Ooh, more straddling action here. Like it. You know what? You're gonna get the color for nits. 6% VPIP really is pushing it. In the meantime, we have aces down here. And we flop quite nice. Also in position here in the straddled part. Nah. Anyways, this is not the spot I want to slow play in, I believe. Hang on, I'll be back in a second. What's happening? Oh, we are miles ahead, it looks like. 3 times? Sure. Who am I to deny that? We took it down with the aces since the other guy timed out, I think was disconnected. A much better turn for him than last time. Gives him a flush draw as well. That's a good one for him as well. But he goes 0 for 3 and we take it down in the end. Sweet. Yeah, you know what? Good thinking. I wish I had done that. Trying to ISO this dude. Alright, gives us the gutter and a flush draw. Something. Nope. My bad, I'm in this hand by mistake. But no, I do have the top set. And the gunner also blocking my own outs. But mana is straight at this point. Right on. Oh. Now that I like. A gentleman going for the full pot here. In this case, especially when he's short stick, I would be bewildered if he finds a fold now. Cool. Outs, apparently. Better flush draw, it looks like. Barely. Could make a full house. I think, yeah. Joy. And for him this time. He, on the other hand, to take it down. Cool. Leads too. Well, I'm gonna discourage you in that, sir. You do you. See, if we had a limper, I was having none of it. Then Harrington. I haven't played many hands with him, don't have any notes in him. I do remember that he, I think, folded a lot. Or I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt here. Fold my a pair of nines on the paired board. Grudgingly take one off. Pretty decent aces, with the king and a jack suited to the king on the side. And we get the raise now. I would love a cold call since we're not gonna play a big one against Zanika alone. Perfect. Perfection. Alright. Well, we're playing for a side pot which we could make a profit in. We're actually ahead right now, even. Here and there. And we're down to 4 outs. Also, that's just a bam! You get the river to set as well, that's just punch to the face. Damn it! Wait, what did you have? The good old 8753. I guess it was double suited, it's tough to see. replay thingy on this side. Okay, gives us 2 pair. On the whole, that's pretty much the story of my day, cash game wise. Recently, the last hour or so has been alright, and one, you know, not about to complain too much. But I keep getting the money in okay. Not get the desired results all that often. Oh well. It'll even out. Right, right. Really? 0% VPIP and then you limp? Much prefer this to play this hand heads up. One of those cards when it rolls off on a turn where I'm glad that I checked the flop. I'm gonna lose the queen 10s, queen 9s of this world. Oh. Wait, did I just 3-bet here? Oh yeah, I 3-bet a really short stack. Okay. Alright, more of a passive guy post. Very happy to fold here. Go. And that would have been it for us on the turn. You bet into 2 peeps and it does look like value. If it's a bluff, then well done. Spot where I'm again not quite sure what to do. Just because it's a straddler and now the pot size is going to increase rapidly. Guess it depends on who does what. If he comes over the top, we're calling. He comes over the top. We just hope he doesn't. Perfect. No, thank you. You guys do the straddling. You do that so well. A rather pretty hand here. The 7 high, double suited, perfect rundown. Dance FKR dancing. Good evening. Good luck and have fun. Right back at you. Good to see you. Dance FKR dance. Yeah, welcome back. Playing cash games, playing PLO 20 right now only on Natural 8, waiting for some RIO tables to kick off. Wow, we got the... I'm not sure I've ever had that. Okay. Wait, oh, you're... for 128... To do what to do. Yep, that ain't helping. What is helping, however, is turning the mortal nuts with a redraw over here. Or I enjoy it quite a bit. Like we're ahead like 9-1, 9-2-1, yep. Ran it twice. Can I make a red flush or anything? Nope, sword. Yes. How can you win this even? 8-6. Oh, with an 8 or 6. Fair enough. But we take one down. Shazam. And here. Very happy times. Was a single race pot. Then I called. Somebody came over the top. I called as well. And right now we have the top set. And wow, we are also deep against this guy. I think he started a hand with at least 40. Wow. Heads up, Master. Good to see you back. I'm gonna catch up on the chat in a moment. Also see that Dance FKR put something more into the chat. Right now, this is taking up all my attention. I literally can't focus on anything else. Shouldn't be a combo draw that often. Aces with... No, he's... Wow, we're doing excellent. He has bottom set of 5. Why am I whispering? It's like, it's not gonna change anything. You know what? I do want to run it. Nah. Nah. We'll take it like a man. Make quad if he makes quads. We can make quads ourselves. Get a bonus here. Definitely plus AV. Nice! We won. We lost a $150 pot today, but we won the $90 pot, and that one is helping a whole bunch. That was awesome. That was awesome indeed. All right. Dance FKR, I'm gonna translate if you don't mind. It's by the way, Dance FKR, feel free to keep chatting in German. That's on. That's perfectly fine. I'm a translator by trade anyway, so might as well, live up to my craft. So asking, does Run It Once have heads-up tables now, or how does Phil Gaffin want to do this with his challenge? Do you know anything more about it? My understanding is that it's possible that some challenges are going to play on another site but Run It Once, but he's going to prefer people to play on Run It Once. And I would assume there's going to be like a private lobby for the challenge where they're just going to set up a heads-up table. I don't think they... the following is only assumptions. Well, that was an assumption right there. But the following is also going to be only an assumption. I would assume that they can just set up a lobby like this really quickly, and it's not going to eat up any development time at all, otherwise I wouldn't have done this challenge type of thing. And so it's not going to be a big deal for them at all. I think that's how it's going to work. As I said, they can also play on other sites, but Phil prefers people to play on Run It Once, so I think people that want to play on Run It Once are going to get preferential treatment, or, going to move up the list of... Because a bunch of people have taken him up on the offer. Yeah, that's the long and the short of it, I believe. How it's gonna work. Tempting. It is tempting. Nah, not this time, eh? Good for you. Kings? Jacks? Wow, wow. Nice one with Jacks. The block no diamonds there. Good for you. And heads-up tables, are heads-up tables in planning? Not as far as I know, no. They are, well, not specifically heads-up tables, but what's been talked about is that potentially you could maybe set an option or something that you would be willing to table start heads-up and not three-ways as it currently is. So that might be a thing that is going to happen not too far down the road. Again, it's a he said it's a case of me having heard rumors, nothing substantiated, no insider information there. And Heads Up Master saying last night I played on GG. King. Nice. Winning a. What do we do now? I think we'll take one off. Okay. That's awesome. Heads Up Master winning a $400 pot plus 150 jackpot. You go. Well done. It would have me dancing around the living room for a moment. The living moon? Maybe in the future, but we're not there yet. Okay, checks. Then we are always good here, right? Perfect. Everybody having kings. Your kings are no match. They were at any point. I know. I'll have you know. No. What else? You can finally say you folded a preflop in PLO, lol. Yeah, I can? Now I'm confused. Did I misclick earlier? I don't remember a misclick recently. You're throwing me for a wobbler. I did fold aces before, by, you know, mistake, of course, by misclicking. You got me stumped, Heads Up Master. Veruker7A, welcome back to the channel. That is the reward system on Natural 8, where once this is full, we get to spin the wheel and we get up to $320 in rake back. So it's somewhere between 10 and we might also only get like 40 or something dollars. In the long run, it's supposed to even out for my tier, I believe, for something like 40%, 45% or something. Just gonna check. Use it against queens or aces, then so be it. We're not folding these out all that often now. Fair enough. Snapfold. Snapfold. Right, so that's what that's about. I think now we got a little more than half that bar filled. Yeah, just a bit over half. Rake another $200, I believe. Mighty fine here. Here with the flush draw. Run it as often as you want, sir. Gonna do it for you. The slot is gonna be here. Like you have the what now? Oh, you have a set. Run it twice. Yeah, sure. First one for you. Second one we do take down. Sweet. Over here, I'm not too happy that I opened this in the first place. Under the gun, I think it doesn't get opened at all. But here we are. The governor. The governor putting my money in. I can't do the English accent. Never mind. Okay, I was gonna say that should be, if he bets again, that is very concerning after he got called in 2 spots on the flop. The other thing, the one that's called turn. Crap. Slightly better crap. At least as it relates to the pot, to the board. I can't talk today. Huh. Be a problem. By all means, if you have any more questions, any questions at all, keep them coming. Otherwise, you know, I end up rambling. Probably end up rambling answering your questions, but at least I'll be rambling on topic. more or less. Is this ever worth a bet? Eh. I do think we have the best hand. Sometimes. I wasn't finished with that sentence. Oh well. Might be a good point in time to check out some tables and see if we can find better ones. This is a prime candidate to switch out. The number here is the VPIP of your opponent. So this is a pretty tightish table. Top 2 no spade, and here with the 3-bet, just letting this one be. How much could we make it? We don't block straight draws, especially not the better ones. He does show up with some 3s. Or jacks, kings, queens. Alright. The button. Okay. Check this one out, but I think it's fine. It has to be fine in the cutoff, right? That is certainly fine. And Queen Jack 9-7 it was. Close! King Jack 9-8 gets played just like that, gets raised, called. If you do get raised. The hand we had with was it 9-7? Officially doesn't get played at all. Cut off. Okay. He has more money, we might play this differently. This way, it's gonna go in. And he, you know, without having this trade, he has very decent equity, especially since he has the backdoor flush. On top of it, wants to run it once, alright. Ooh, we need to dodge a lot of stuff now. Woo! That'll work. Nice. What a massive turn for him, too. Ain't nothing happening for us anywhere. I wonder. I think I'll keep wondering. I think this is playable here in MP. We'll double check. I would say the ace-8, 6-4 to solve would play there. This one he would just say it. Just fold. See, so it's the ace-8, 6-3 in MP. We have here a pair and an open-ender backdoor. So MP ace-8-6-3 single suited. Hey, that's nice. Yeah, still gonna check this. Maybe an overpair wants to bet now. Actually, not even the 6-4. The ace-8-6-5 gets raise called or raise folded, depending on at the table, your mood, whatever. Whereas the ace-8-6-4 and 6-3 in MP doesn't get played at all. You can move it one over, check for the cutoff, if you get to open in the cutoff. What the deal is then. And then the 6-4 gets added. The 6-3 still out of bounds. Cool. The more you know. Which is not geared towards you, it's geared towards me. There are plenty of things to learn. In case it hasn't become evident. Is table still fun? Yeah, I guess so. Depends on... This guy moves off of the table. How about him? Damn it, usually I'm... No, but my abbreviation means... The hell is LT8? Ach, last to act. Okay, yeah. Whew. Decryptified myself. Okay, so this guy might be a little bit tricky. It's indicated by the note. Checking the flop top set. I do remember the hand. It wasn't like it was a super bad board. Maybe want to see a turn without betting, but I don't know if he ever checked the top set behind. Did we? This one as well. Called the turn with 2 pair versus... Who has a better 2 pair? Fair enough. Wait, here. Alright. Sir, huh? Originally had this guy tagged as a pretty aggressive player. Matter of fact, somebody who's a bit too aggressive for his own good. Since then, he kind of slipped into very tight playing style. And the only note that suggests otherwise is that he 3-bet and under the gun open with 8-7-6-4 single suited. That's kind of stands out. That's about it. Yeah, no tanking needed here, sir, with my hand. Take it down always. Especially since this guy is pretty all happy post. Checks it right away, huh? And let's keep it small. Okay. Probably not going to be playing this one. Oh, never mind. No, we will. Or not. Oh, that was a roller coaster of emotions. Hang on. Need to feed some cat. Do we wanna... We do. Be fun. Yeah, Garfield, hang on. That is you? Yep. Okay. Don't even flop a good deal. Nice. Well, we have 2 pair. Not nothing. Check as well. Oh! How dare you have the better 2 pair? How dare... What now? Who the heck are you and where have you been all my life? Hang on, be right back. Man, my cat really has me trained well. He just sits there in front of his food bowl, his back turned to me, assuming, because it's empty, assuming I'm gonna jump to it and fill it, which is of course what I did. So, well done on your human training, cat. Don't see much that calls that we beat. Really curious that he... Wow, go with the poker play, huh? Take a note on that in a moment. Oh, we got more straddling going on. What's the deal here? The deal is not a bad one. Wir müssten Garfield Masters. Yeah. A very fine hand up here. He goes for the... Wait, he goes for the pot. Got given right. Friend? Nice board if it wasn't for all those hearts. They aren't a complete wrap for a change. It's the turn. Curious to see if he's gonna bet the river. And here, seeing that there's only a short stack behind, we're just gonna come over the top right away. New Dave! Welcome back to the channel and thank you very much. It means a lot to me, that kind of feedback. This one we do take down. Max with a flush drop. Okay. Deal here doesn't... Well, everybody has a amount of equity against us. But we do take down the side part, I believe. That made me make a profit, a tiny one, I think, in case we did start out with 35 bucks starting stack. New Dave, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. Cheers. Good to have you back in the channel. Yeah, okay, for this, against this sizing. I'll go in here. And this is not necessarily a good call, by the way, pre. I don't care, we can run. An option for, like, you decide would be fun too. Why are you ahead? Oh, because you have an 8. Sense, don't do it, man. Don't take the insurance. It's a rip-off. I'm telling you, it's a rip-off. There's some nice features on the side. Yeah, you got ripped off, man. There's some nice features on the side. The insurance is not one of them. Technically, you know, theoretically it is. In reality, the big with the fee they're charging It is pretty amazing how bad it is. Unless I'm missing some detail about it or I'm misunderstanding something, but anyway. No matter. Come Monday, that hopefully won't matter all that much anymore when the new reward program for Run It Once rolls out. I suspect, I hope, I believe, anticipate more action on RIO. Subsequently, the channel going back to its roots. Just more Run It Once games. This is 6 and a club. Oh, you do the betting for us, huh? Right, on enough turns, the money is gonna go in here. I'm trying to think of a worse turn. Can't really come up with one. Except for another ace of clubs counterfeiting the hand. Yeah, it's not gonna be worth it. Once we call it 320, it's gonna be what, 480. Yeah, it's not gonna fold. Like, have a card roll off we could bluff on. I don't think it's gonna work often enough. Short stack. Right. Much better aces over here. The 9. And made for German. 9-9. Hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember you. You're the dude from Hong Kong that likes to play weird. So we are gonna call. Did have that queen though. Yeah. Hey! Reyes' noodly appendages. A PLO 20 table on RIO has opened. Right, so which table to ditch? Of course. Maybe not so much. This one blows. And yeah. So suffice it to say, for Old Town Pizza, a lot of German folks representing, or at least German-speaking folks representing today. Good luck, der Herr. Good luck to the gentleman, basically. Nice to have you back, Old Town Pizza. Also a nickname that stands out. Actually, is there a story behind that one? It feels like the kind of nick where there might be a story behind. Oh. I think it's alright. Let's see. Yep. It's a race call too. Okay. Two pair open ender. Really don't want to get raised. Wait. Down here. Left. Okay, it's a limp pot in that case. Yep. Sweet. Gonna give it a shot. Just not the kind of board he likes. Downside is I don't have a single club. An argument against. He probably is. But him being so very tight, established earlier. I think we check. See what we do on the turn. The other thing. River thingy. Yeah. For smaller sizing, I think, this time around. Probably gonna be enough. In my mind, I'm repping like the 10 high straight. Maybe the jack high. Oh, never mind, not having it. What are you having then? Okay. Gentleman's almost all in anyway. And he's gonna have a tough time drawing out on us here. Here we're gonna race on an excellent turn. And he's dead to the last 6. What do you mean, WTF? Oh. Get down there. Danke, danke. My pleasure. Yeah, maybe the WTF was because I squeezed his hand. This is squeeze? I normally don't, for the record. Kinda felt like it. But against a late position open and a call, double suited might actually be a squeeze. You know what? I think it is. Let's see. 9 versus... with cutoff. Squeezing spot, so another collar in there. Double suited queens and 8s. All of the double paired double suited queens. Down to queen, queen, deuce, deuce, get squeezed, and get squeezed called at that. Yeah, of course. Once you raise that and you do get raised, you're not folding. Okay. Not completely horrible. This you know what? No, I don't mind this. Trying to ISO this gentleman from Hong Kong. Traditionally, very gambly people, I'm told. Nice to have the NutFlash blocker as well. Stuff. Wonderful. Right, take a page out of Phil's book. Doing a lot of limping in first positions. Dashes. You know what? This is actually advice he gave for full 6 max tables. Maybe it's different. It's not like this. A good question. Note to self. Phil, next time he's live. Better get this down to heads up. Turns we're gonna pot it again on. Yeah, huge combo draw, which is more likely. We don't block any of those. Set of 6s, which would be nasty. Double little and just call it for now, and shove turns like this. Good then, sir. There's neither the set of 6s nor the combo draw. What it was a double up. The a6 with the flush draw, that part was a little bit scary. Got called once on the flop. Down. And down to heads up. Sorry, I don't do heads up. I don't do it well. Now, starting next week, that might change. I'm actually already thought about that I want to look into a little bit of heads up play. Because going forward there with the new rewards... No, never mind. With the new reward system, you get like an extra points multiplier, whatever type of thing, when you either keep tables from breaking, like we would be doing now, or if you start tables and play heads up or three-handed. So, for the last hand here of weekend aces. Over here we have a nice hand. I always tend to ignore limp raising. Saying that's necessarily a good thing. This one down. Spots, sort of. Falling here. We do there. Oh, we have a pair from the board. In that case, we bet. Here we get raised. Ugh. Okay. Go. Here I came over the top of button opener. Since it was really short. And then here we get raised. Wait, no, the other thing here. Just want to go for it. Ah, you know what? I think we do. And sets B are doing okay enough. Oh, hang on. More things are happening. Oh, that's nice of you, sir. Aces and kings. What starting hand? Oh, that's a good card for him, but... Oh, come on, really? Man, we had him crushed. Flush draw was in bad shape. Well, flush draw was dead too. Jesus Christ. You, my friend. Take this one down, however, for half a bind and profit. Cheers. Dudes with the min raising. Okay. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, governor. Let me do that. Didn't mean to assume your gender or whatever, however that's called these days. Yeah, without a heart. Also, with the king on board, not that exciting either. Ooh. It's not aces and kings, but it's the next best thing. It's aces with a king and a queen and an ace-high suit. Sounds good to me. Great. What you say? You might be. Back. No. The governor. 78%. 78% VPIP is quite an impressive number. Well, you govern a little. Do a filibuster later. That makes sense. Top pair. Sounds pretty top. Here, even more interesting, the 3-bet aces. Getting half pot position under the top pair board on table 3. Get a cold call from the lion there, huh? Here we get raised. Not a source of joy. This dude is, I believe, pretty passive. Yeah, I'm gonna let this go right away. Cold call is weird. I guess we're deep enough for cold calling stuff. Did I raise the maximum? Raised larger? I messed up. Ah. Now what to do if he comes over the top, I honestly couldn't tell you. Ooh! Is that a really good or really bad card? Does show up with a decent amount of kings and queens. Don't jinx it. Ooh, that's awesome! And twice? Yes, please. You know me so well. Whatever your name is, all in, I guess. No, Nito. Okay. You do take home half of it, however, for a little bit of a profit. PLO Raja. I'm assuming I'm doing the name correctly. Also a PLO player. Well, you come to a fun place if you like to see me struggle through PLO. Play on Indian sides. I kind of figured with the name. Hang on, I need to wash my hands a little bit after refilling my vape. Be back in a second. Right. So you play an Indians. Well, first of all, welcome to the channel. And you play on Indian sides. It does have to be crazy, right? How are the games in India? I was gonna say I heard good things, but truth is, I don't think I've heard anything. But Indian, have I? Not sure. So you tell us. How are the games in India? I mean, even if poker isn't, I don't know if poker is huge in India, but if it is or if it isn't, 1 billion people, there are bound to be enough poker players out there to make for some exciting games. Nice, welcome to the channel, mate. I do this full time. Play the micros and stream pretty much every day. With, you know, a reasonable amount of breaks here and there. You take 1 or 2 days off. Cold calling this double suited. Check this one out. Maybe this is more of a raise fold? No. It's so close. All of the aces get called. The ace 3, for some solver voodoo reason, gets raised folded. I'm just ignoring that. And this hand specifically doesn't get played. But all the other 7s make it an ace 4. Played there. I do interact as much as I can with the chat, sir. But the delay. I just don't type into the chat. That's way too much work. I'm playing 6 tables, and that takes way too much concentration away. Unless for some things I do put it in the chat. But feel free to ask me any questions. I'm always happy to answer and interact with the chat. That's the whole joy of streaming. At least it is to me. Here the joy is to call. Pair, open ender, and the overpair. Not horrible, especially on a rainbow board. Checks. Case. I think we bet at this point with flush draw as well. We can take a raise. I don't hold it with limpers in case you haven't noticed yet. And to raise them quite liberally. And this one's certainly fine enough. Pillow Raja. Wait, I do have my mic. Yeah, sorry, it's the 3 minutes. I can't do anything about that. It's just how it is. I had the delay on 150 seconds some time ago, but then somebody, a kind soul, told me that if they timed down on runner ones with a full time bank, they were indeed able to see my whole cards before the hand was over. So, of course, that's not a nice thing. You love PLOs. Not too many of them around. Well, sort of fortunately and unfortunately. As a viewer, it's unfortunate. For me as a streamer, it's excellent because it allowed me to actually start having way more viewers than I ever expected to have. But I would love to see more PLO cash, specifically PLO cash game streamers out there. Games are tougher than usual. In India, really? But there are enough games. Okay, yeah, okay, that's good. But really, the games in India are tougher than usual. How are the Indian people, like the stereotype for me generally, and I'm aware it's a stereotype, that's why I'm wording it like this, is that generally speaking, Asian countries are a little bit more gambly. It seems to be true on this side with the Chinese players and the players from Hong Kong and Japan. Now, I might have just made a huge blunder. I'm rubbish at geography. I don't even know if India counts to Asia. It has to. It does, right? It does, yeah. If it doesn't, then please excuse me. I'm rubbish. I'm not stupid in all areas of life, but definitely when it comes to geography. Can we be friends? Sure thing. I'm here every day, mate. Well, almost every day. Usually take Sundays and Wednesdays off. Yeah, so how's it with the Indian people? Are they stereotypically, or just in reality, a little bit more gambly than, say, for example, Germans? Who don't have a gambly reputation at all. Quite the opposite. Okay. We do have to... How much did you bet? That doesn't matter. I think it was big enough for us to fold here. And had I shown you the right table, you would have known what I talked about. Excuse you me. Wasn't a big thing. It was a tiny pot. Big deal. If you want PLO Raja, we also have a Discord. Which has grown, just like the channel, way more than I ever would have thought. And every week we hold a free roll on stars. One of them is a... Well, the D free roll is a play money tournament, so everybody can play, even from restricted countries, and I can transfer money on stars or, in most cases, PayPal. With a little bit of an asterisk, because I know transferring to the US with PayPal always costs a fee. Whereas within Europe, you can like put in a checkmark and say it's for a friend, and it doesn't cost a fee. Because, you know, it's a small free roll and the winnings aren't that great. I have to take out the fees, and it might not be interesting anymore. Not that interesting anyway. But if that sounds interesting to you, then put in exclamation point home game into the chat, and you'll get all the info how to join our Stars home game club. And we have the home game every Friday. Matter of fact, we had it today, and it was 6.5 hours ago it started. Right? 6, yeah. And now it's over, of course, but just, I know with the time zones this can be messy, so it usually starts. No. Let me rephrase that. That's when it always starts. In the last couple of minutes, we haven't got a single exciting hand. It's fine, we've got plenty of those. Had plenty of those before that. But things have quieted down and no mistake. Gambling for sure, okay. So that reputation holds true, huh? But there are enough good racks. Interesting, interesting. I wouldn't have guessed. Huh. I don't even know. Can India play on run? Can you play on international sites? I don't think so, right? It's a fenced-off market, I believe. Man, this guy with his min raises my nerves a little. Nah, not really. Just not a huge fan of min raises. This one down, or does he have a better pair? Does have a better pair. Here we get raised. That's fine. Works so very often, betting the small size here. I do this with the ace as well. Fair enough, fish, but game is kind of regular infested sometimes. Alright, even PLO, really? That's surprising. What stakes do you play? I mean, if it's the higher stakes, then I completely understand. Fine, I don't play free rolls. Fair enough, fair enough. A lot of people come to the channel do enjoy the free rolls. Fair enough if those are not for you. Hang on. Interesting spot where we sort of min raise, so I think he's still reopening the action now. Exactly, and if he cold calls, we're gonna bomb it and play for a huge side pot. Trying not to lose it this time. Would be this second, would be the third huge pot we play today. Lost one of them. I'm gonna go down that story again. He wisely folds. You suck. Well, I said it with conviction. Ooh, good thing he would have had an excellent amount of equity. And this is gonna be a split always at this point. Thanks for the invite. Yeah, sure. Oh, you play high stakes. Okay. Yeah, you're not interested in free rolls. And then I can also understand why the games are a little bit more rack heavy. Yeah, makes sense. But domination is in what's the currency? Rupiah? Rupees or something? I'm not quite sure on the pronunciation, as you can probably tell. Don't play pockets under nines, not good to set mine. I don't would make that a blanket statement. I think it depends on the other side cards, on the if they're double suited, if they're connected. If it's nines and eights double suited, it's some pretty excellent hand in my book. But noted. Get me wrong, I always appreciate advice. It saves me a lot of study time, which I definitely need to have more of in my life. You can play on some international sites, alright. If you can play on RIO. Out of curiosity, India. But if you say some international sites, it sounds like sites need to get a license. There are about 20 plus sites in India, nice. Are they these days? Do they offer some, are there some among them that offer decent rakeback? If there's 20, then there should be a bunch of competition. A pretty decent turn, all things considered. Gives us a gutter to the nuts and a nut flush draw. With the gap at the top. We leave it. I believe that is correct. Let me double check. Let's just assume for a moment that this guy doesn't exist and we would have been the one to open the pot. 10. Wait, that's the wrong. Oh, this one actually does get played. Strange enough, not the 10-9, 8-7, 8-6. Some sort of solver voodoo there, no doubt. There's just a good reason for it that escapes me right now. But this one would have been fine. If you get to open it here, I guess we can raise over a limper as well. I don't think I ever knowingly had a viewer from India on the channel before. That's quite nice. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. With the resizing there. Cheers. If he folds, we're gonna play. If he limps, we're gonna raise. Indian rupee. There you go, rupee. Okay. But I'm assuming you played if you say US, then you play that equivalent to Indian rupees, right? That's not necessarily fun, especially if this guy comes over the top, but there's gotta be his extra money in there. Against this player, I'm gonna let it go. He also doesn't have a full stack. Makes it less valuable for us to hit our hand. And it's just such a passive player, this guy. 70 Indian rupee. Oh, that's where the I comes from. Indian rupee. All right, I was wondering about the I there in the abbreviation. To $1 US. Okay, that's sort of doable. Yeah, that's doable in the head. That math, I mean. Lob the third nuts. I guess technically we have backdoor full house draws as well. Putting even more spades out there. And harder and harder to fold. This is sizing that looks like he's really going for value down the line, isn't it? Well. Okay, now we have the second nuts and... Hall, I think I like the lead a little bit better. Gonna snap us off with the nuts. Nice hand, sir, nice hand. That was just brutal, the last spade there. Then I don't get to fold. Parent makes less hold. Yeah, that's certainly true. That's a good point. I was just wanted to point out that I wouldn't go with a blanket statement there that those hands do not get played. So I've been streaming for 3 hours now, which means in total I've streamed for more than 7. Can feel myself winding down mentally and my A game leaving me. I think what we're gonna do is like another 15 minutes or another 10 minutes until the full hour, then I'm gonna call it a night. Make friends and I will promote your channel in India forums. Hey, that's awesome! Nice! Certainly wouldn't mind that at all. That'd be nice. The more the merrier. Cheers, PLO Raja. Very kind of you. Yeah, as I said, I've been streaming for more than 7, probably 7.5 hours at this point. So, also don't feel I'm playing my best game. Or alright, just call you. Jets and giggles here. Given the stack to pot ratio, just potting it. Fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna call it a night in about 10 minutes. Find somebody fun to host. Can edit a Discord channel. Hang on, we'll figure that out, Raja. You can also, if you can't figure it out during the stream, you can also message me on Twitch. And Xbirdie, welcome back to the channel, mate. Nice to have you, sir. Made a little bit of money back at this stream after you ran pretty much like ass in the first one. It says webpage unavailable? What? Yeah, the invite link for the Discord is a permanent link, so it should be working. If it says search on Discord, I guess it's the... What's our Discord called? It's a good question. Is it the Nut House? The Nut House. Aptly fitting name, I feel. Right. To finish the thought, I can feel myself not playing my best game anymore, so I think it's prudent to call it a night for now, at least in a few minutes. But I will be back tomorrow afternoon and for a nightly stream as well. Fine. Did I? There's probably okay as well. Intriguing. And what is he? The under the gun now? MP Razor, so he's not gonna show up with many straights. Up with overpairs with hearts a lot. Which we do an A-okay. Get down, turn the wheel, tiny pot. The search for NutHouse? I'm not entirely sure. I never searched for Discord. Except for Google. I didn't even know that you could search for Discords within Discord. Hey, you know, that's a nice run out in the... Wait. Okay, we only have the second nuts. Well, third nuts technically, but it's a straight flush. No! Everybody making better flushes than we are. Okay. Nasty, nasty. Yeah, the invite link for the Discord is a permanent one, so I'm not really have no clue why it's not working right now. It should. Minutes. No sweat, no sweat. I'm gonna be on for another 6 or 7 minutes. Actually, a little bit more. PLO Raja with the follow. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. That'll work. So here, in case you're wondering, only in this hand because I only had to complete. Take down a tiny pot, but super multi-bay. Over here, a little bit more exciting. Ace-Jack 10-9. Wait, no, the other thing. Ace-Jack 9-7. Single suited. Now, heads up, I'll check here, because as the under the gun opener, I really don't have a betting range on this board. The question is, what do I do multi-way? Probably the same on the rainbow board. Looks pretty safe. I don't know. That's a sexy turn, not gonna lie. Awesome! So it worked, PLO Raja. Sweet. Happy to have you on board, mate. And I'm pretty much always on Discord. When I'm awake and I'm at home, which is minus the awake part, I'm pretty much always at home. I'm online on Discord. This one down, sort of unfortunately. Me, and we outpip him when it comes to the kicker and take it down. Sweet, PLO Raja. Looking forward to it. You got some high caliber people there as well for hand reviews. Kipperi, a coach for PokerStrategy.com, well-known micro stakes player and coach, comments there, and what the name? That's embarrassing. I forgot the name right now. Just become a buddy of mine who is on TV on YouTube streams at least a little bit. What was his name? Damn, that's embarrassing. Thello, right? Thello is on our Discord as well, and he definitely can give high-class advice or high-class insights into how hands have been played, and you can too if you play 5-10. If you play profitably, then looking forward to having you in the Discord and hearing your input. Hilo Raja, that means a lot to me. Thank you very much for saying that. That's very, very kind. It really does mean a lot to me. Cheers. I don't know, never really put that much thought into it. I only did what I want in other streamers. I hear about their thought processes. Possible. In my case, it turns out to be wrong. Plenty of times still, I'm sure about it. Without a club, I think we're gonna go easy on this one. Here, still three ways. We block kings, but we don't block jacks. Any other better pocket pair? We do take it down, however. It's just nasty. Trouble is the two flushes. And that right now we only have 10 high, but with a decent wrap. Okay. Swing and a miss. Pretty convinced that this should be folded to his... Yeah, just folded. I should have folded it here. Not. I would have said the same even if the Dream River would have rolled off. But even if you make our hand, if it's with a diamond or a club, life. Alright, still expect to lose this almost always. I didn't expect him to bet pot with that hand, wow. Good for you, my friend. Go down here and check all the way. Yeah, time to call it a night. Check 10, 4-5 is too wide to 3-bet. Sounds right to me. Thanks for saying that. Let's just clicking buttons. We're getting some money back there. Let's keep in touch. Let's definitely. Yeah, awesome. Looking forward to it, man. Also, you almost got me over the hump of 1,300 followers. Go follow. Cheers for that. Last orbit on all tables. Who can we raid? Who's on? Who's fun? That's embarrassing. I forgot the name. Sorry about that. Now, that one is pretty nice against this guy. I think he's pretty call happy, so we're gonna bet. That's down just a smidgen. Let's raid Mogris in a moment. He's a very fine gentleman, fun dude, and good friend of the channel. I misclicked here, didn't mean to call. And plays mixed games, so there might be some... Oh, he's playing the Micro Millions 550 Raz. Alright. See what he's up to in a moment. Actually gonna go for the pot here as a bluff. Going to fold out jacks. Of course we're not folding out queens anymore. Nice. Over here. On second thought, there are few too many people involved in this hand. Check. That's nice. The nuts. Also gonna pot it here as we would with our nut flush blocker. Our bluffs. Usually don't play this, but because it's the last hand on this table, wouldn't mind getting some action. Unless it means that we have 3-bet. I'll probably just ditch it. But normally it's not a hand I play under the gun. But we do take it down. Wait. Nope. Bit too optimistic. Ooh. Not wrap on double flush. You don't have many rows to make a good hand to get paid. Completely agree. I hated it as soon as I called the turn. Or not as soon as, but a few seconds after. Completely, you're absolutely right on the money. For a pot size bet, I'll better off letting it go. And that I wasn't blocking any flush and didn't have to nut wrap, as you say. This makes us a fold there. Last hand over here. Pretty tightish table against this, except this guy we wouldn't mind playing against. So let's go for the raise. It's gonna be a raise fold. Not gonna go crazy. Excellent input, PLO Raja, by the way. Thank you very much for taking the time to put that into the chat. Appreciate it. Saves me a lot of time studying. Mind. So in this session we double gutter now, but no hearts. Tiny. Nice that we didn't have any hearts in this case, because we were not blocking the misdraws. Ace 8, 8, 4, isn't it good to isolate? Keep a rule of 4 cards above 9 to isolate. It looks very good against limping ranges. Also noted. Cheers. And looking forward to ideally having you a bit more often in the stream. Right. I've spoken blueberry with a low nicotine content. Normally this is a fold, and we'll just keep this being a fold. Last hand or no last hand. Go crazy. It's blueberry, yeah. But I mix it at home, so it's really cheap. And we are, for this session, up like $70 for the day. We're still... Yeah, I don't know. No, it's been too long now. I don't know what we started the day with. I really don't. I'll be damned. No, PLO Raja, that's perfectly alright. I'm gonna, you know, ignore the chat, quote unquote, for a moment whenever I need to concentrate, and otherwise I really dig it. Oh, good. Yeah, it's not technically a hookah, it's just a regular electronic cigarette. Like an atomizer up here, and yeah. And that's it. That's the end of our wonderful adventure today. I wish I could tell you how we did for the day. Cool. I think we are down a little bit. Beats me. For once, I don't know. Usually I do. Anywho, thanks for the follows. And for the comments, PLO Raja in the chat, keeping the chat lively and educational as well. Appreciate it a lot. Good to have met you. Looking forward to talking more to you in the future. You're a good post-flop, pre-flop, some adjustments required. Really cherish the comment, especially the post-flop one, and completely agree on the second one, that I need to study my pre-flop game. I am horrible when it comes to studying. Way understudied the last half year. So noted and appreciated. With that, I think I'm going to call it a night. Really looking forward to having you here in the future, PLO Raja. In the meantime, good luck in your PLO play. And also look forward to talking to you on Discord. Cheers, man. And to everybody else, thanks for watching, for keeping me company, and hope you had a good time. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon around 4. Well, at 4, at the latest, is the plan. Central European time. That's all I got. Let's head over to Mogris and his mixed game channel. Maybe he has some PLO in there as well. I'm not quite sure. Sometimes he does. Until then, have a good one.